Hi, I'm Seb and I make things. Today, I'm building my own carnival row for the Wild Beyond the Witchlight. With the release of the newest D&D book, The Wild Beyond the Witchlight, I've been inspired to create my own Fae Carnival. With some of the pre-release announcements of the names of the games and some of the rules, I think we can throw together some pretty cool terrain. I started with the map from the Witchlight Carnival. I love the look of the game stalls with these crazy curly tops. I drew up an idea of what I wanted to make. I rummaged through Thingiverse for a while and found what I could from the carnival and circus theme, getting some tent tops and some other ideas, but nothing really struck me. So I jumped online and built up the basic framework. I then threw this into Chitterbox and kit bashed some wood frames using the OpenForge 2.0 timber floors. I resized the tent top that I found on Thingiverse to sit on top of the largest stall. I then printed out the project, UV cured it, and primed it in a cheap grey primer from Bunnings. I then covered the tent top with a Wraithbone spray paint from Citadel, and I gave the stalls a quick blast with a brown. Once they're all painted up with the base colours, it's time to add some details. I wanted to choose my games now, so I went with the ring toss and a prizes stall. In the pre-release material, we were told about an Almirage ring toss, a small wooden bunny with a unicorn horn. And when you start to throw your rings, it disappears and reappears over the table. This straight away caught my interest. Once again, I went to Thingiverse now. I found a table and a heap of small Almirage miniatures. I printed out a small set of them and picked the most statuesque looking. I painted the table using a 50-50 mix of Cygor Brown and Citadel Contrast Medium. Once dried, I tested the fit for the table. As it turns out, it was far too big, so I got out my clippers and trimmed down the legs. I then painted the Almirage minis using Gore-Grunta Brown, hoping that the slightly lighter brown would stand out against the table. I then went through my bits box and found a bag of 4mm brass jewellery rings. These would work perfectly for this game. Unfortunately, the camera died during this next part, but essentially I just laid the table out as if the game was being played and glued everything down with a few more touches of paint. The next step was to paint on some signs. I decided to hand paint the signs because I could imagine the carnival workers reapplying layers of these signs over the many years of this carnival travelling around. I painted the tent top with the contrast Citadel paint Eden Yellow to give it more pop, and I will probably do some more colours when I read a bit more details from the actual release that has come out today. So now for the problem. They were too dark. All of that detail work disappeared as soon as I put the tent top on top of the stall. So to fix this, I got some small lights that I picked up a while ago, and they fit perfectly into the top. It's a fairy carnival, who's to say they don't have magic light? Plus, I'm the DM, so I'll come up with a way to explain it. Once I was finished with the first stall, it was time to move on to the prizes. Again, searching Thingiverse, I found a bunch of small teddy bears and other prizes that could be added to the stall. I scaled these down quite a lot and then gave them a base coat in the Wraithbone white from Citadel and used contrast paints to try and cheat my way through some of these tiny little details. And then just repeating the process from the ring toss, gluing them down wherever they felt right, adding in some lights and painting on the sign. Finally, I took a smaller design that I built for the stalls and added a target, some bolts and a crossbow. Then to find a roof, I went into a Kickstarter that I'd recently backed, the Hagglethorn Hollow. In here I found a nice curled fantasy style roof that I scaled down perfectly to fit on top of this stall. Well, there you have it, my first row for the Carnival of the Witchlight. I look forward to building up from this, and after having a chance to read the book upon release, I feel like I'm going to want to build more from this campaign. I plan to expand this build out with some more stalls, games, some rides and some of the backstage areas, as well as adding in some miniatures and filling the carnival with some life and some more lights. Thank you for watching, enjoy the games, and I wish you safe travels in the wilds beyond the Witchlight.